What is Industrial Revolution? Industrial Revolution was a transition from creating goods by hand to using machines. Its start and end are widely debated by scholars, but the period generally spanned from about 1760s to 1840s.
The Industrial Revolution is a process that is still present in our society. One of the causes of periodic change is industrialization. Manufacturing of machines becomes more valuable as society becomes more industrialized. This process began in Britain in the 18th century, and from that point on, the Industrial Revolution began to spread to other nations. During Toynbee's time, the phrase was used more broadly to refer to an economic transition process than to describe a period of time in a specific environment. Due to this, certain nations like China and India did not begin their first industrial revolution until the 20th century, whereas Western Europe and the United States started their second industrial revolution in the late 19th century.
The Europeans started the Industrial Revolution. During these times, the Europeans were using their hand in weaving garments and other products. But it changes when the revolution started in 18th to 19th century. In those times, the way of producing product was changed into machines. At first, they used their home in making products, but now they constructed bigger buildings to manufacture their products. In that way, they need more manpower to produce more products. Many farmlands were converted into industrial buildings. The Industrial Revolution was underpinned by Agricultural Revolution and increased significantly. Now, production could be increased on a large scale because of new inventions.
And speaking of inventions, let's talk all about some inventions in garments production, one of the fastest growing industries in Industrial Revolution.
Let's start with the first inventions by John Kay, who invented the flying shuttle in 1783, an English inventor and is remembered today for inventing the flying shuttle along with other devices important to the textile industry in England. In 1733, he developed a wheel shuttle, later known as a flying shuttle. Second is spinning jenny, invented by James Hargreaves. It was significant because it was an invention that spun cotton into thread quicker than before, which meant a faster shipment and more clothes. Third one is water frame by Richard Arkwright. This machine made it possible to spin cotton faster than ever before. The fourth one is the spinning mule invented by Samuel Crompton, a machine used to spin cotton and other fibers. The spinning mule spins textiles fibers into yarn by an intermittent process. The fifth one is power loom by Edmund Cartwright. A loom is a device designed to weave threads into cloth. The power loom was a steam-powered loom that mechanized the process, reducing the need for humans to oversee the wearing process. The original design was flawed and needed improvements. Because of these inventions, the Great Britain was known as the #1 importer of garments.
However, every economic revolution comes with economic casualties. The workers in the factories, who were mainly poor women and children, worked in dangerous conditions for low wages. As a result, 19th century industrialists were known as robber barons. With more productivity came greater wealth, but also greater economic inequality. In the late 19th century, labor unions began to form. These organizations of workers sought to improve wages and working conditions through collective actions, strikes, and negotiations. Inspired by Marxist principles, labor unions gave way for minimum wage laws, reasonable working hours, and regulations to protect the safety of the workers. and that is Industrial Revolution, 18th to 19th century.